glad to see you here, man. This is your first time joining.
Actually, my second time, but good morning to you, John. How you doing?
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. How's your real estate going, by the way?
It's been steady.
Yeah,
We have so many things to talk about, but I have to tell you that I
yeah,
don't I don't come up I don't cam up a lot because I
yeah,
take care of my mother and my grandmother, so my time is very limited.
yeah. I
Like
don't, I
right,
don't, I don't ask people to cam up. It's fine,
yeah, like right now I have to be brief because I have so many responsibilities towards my
man.
mother
I
and my
understand it.
grandmother.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I did want to tell you, man, briefly, during the height of during the height of that pandemic, I was a city bus driver,
yeah.
and the requirements were definitely wear a mask, do this,
Mm,
do that.
mm-hmm.
But I tell you, by the way, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I live in Virginia, so
Yeah,
I'm in your radius. But
Crown Heights. Yeah,
that's right.
that's
But
where I live. Yeah. I got a house in Crown, a place in Crown Heights. Yeah.
yep, we definitely got to talk a lot about a lot of things. But like I said, during the height of COVID, during the height of that situation, I was a city bus driver, so it was mandatory for drivers to wear your mask.
Mm,
You know, 6 feet, all of this. But I was such a good driver, and I was always on time to go to work, do what everything I have to do. When I refused the mask, I refused it. That's just it. You're gonna
mm-hmm.
fire me or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So my higher ups supervision, they would overlook me not
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
wearing the mask
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of my work ethic. And
Yeah.
it came to the point where other drivers were
Yeah.
upset because I wasn't wearing a mask.
Oh, these niggas are crazy, ain't they?
Yeah,
The
and
niggas should have took inspiration from you and took their mask off.
yeah, exactly. I fought the system,
Yeah,
and
that's
for the
it.
most part, I won. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there was
See,
times where I would drive my route, and when they were really pushing for the jab, you would see long lines around the block,
mm,
people just waiting for it, and I would take people. I had to go on a alternate route to drop people off to get it, and it was just madness, man. So I'll never regret not taking it. Like I said, I wish I advised more family members to not take it.
yeah.
And here we are today, triumphant for not taking it.
Hey man, ain't that something? We had nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
If you believe in anything deeper, like what was you gonna lose? You gonna go out of here one way or the other. So you went out, you know, or you didn't go one way or the other. But and just it really surprised me how many people were willing to toe the line. They
Yeah,
defined in so many other avenues of their life, but it wasn't with that, right?
correct. And beyond all that, I have a hard time with people putting their foot on my neck. I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
submissive type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So just in general, you're gonna tell me what to do with my body.
My body,
So
my choice, right? My body, my choice.
that's right. And like I said, I was fortunate enough to have my supervision not really press on me too hard because of my work ethic, so it didn't really affect the job. But it was still just a crazy time that you know unheralded.
The lesson, the moral in your story is be a good worker if you're working with someone, because you never know when you might need that person to overlook one of your transgressions or whatever, right? And you
Hmm.
did a good job with it when no one else was looking, right?
Mm.
And then when it really mattered, they were willing to overlook, while they
Mm.
looked at everyone else.
That's a powerful point. Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. You know.
And the
Um.
other thing, man, I know you got to run, so and you don't come up very often. So, one of the things, man, what did it make you think that the other people, having seen you refusing masks, now want, instead of saying, well, having the courage to take it off because they see you not wearing one, they want you to put it on?
Oh, they ganged up against me, man.
What did you think about that?
I really didn't even think anything of it too much, other than that's your problem. You have an attitude towards me because I'm not doing what you want me to do, as far as wearing the mask and everything else. And then immediately it turns into I'm the problem. But I'm not really a guy that you're gonna say too many things to. You may look at me a certain kind of way. You may whisper behind my back, but as far as confrontation, nah, that wasn't really
Mm,
happening. And people knew. Like I'll play the game. Like I'll have the mask around my neck as I pull into the station.
mm, mm,
But other than that, I wasn't playing these games. And then there came a point where the bus station, the company, there was towing the line on enforcing it.
mm,
So I was towing the line on getting up out of there. You're not gonna tell me
right.
what to do. And
Mm-hmm.
they even came with a survey. All right, here, take this survey if you took the jab or if you did not, and
Mm-hmm.
if you would take the booster and all that. I didn't
Mm.
even fill out the survey. What is this?
Damn.
Isn't that a HIPAA
Never have I
violation?
seen. Never have I seen the government so interested in your health.
Yeah, you're so worried
Mm-hmm.
about it now. Where were you a couple of years ago when I sprained my ankle? That was on me.
Right. But they sent you the bill and everything. They cover that, but they cover all your COVID. Hey, did you see De Blasio when he was trying to convince people to get the vax with a Big Mac and all that?
I was disgusted. Here,
Mm,
eat these French fries. They're so good.
mm,
I'm gonna bite this burger and put it down. It's so tasty. It was like,
mm.
is this real or is this a comedy sketch?
And you know how poor the minorities are in New York relative to the white people. Most of the I ain't gonna say all the white people. Someone says Shake Shack. That's true. Most of the white people in New York, there are a lot of rich white people. There's some poor white people there, but by and large, the majority of the poor are non-white. Is that fair?
That's fair.
I mean, overwhelmingly, right? Like, large parts of the whites, and so when he's out there promoting getting the vax for hamburger and french fries, he's mostly talking to minorities. Is that right?
That's
That's
correct.
fair, right?
Yeah, that's
And that's
absolutely
what
fair.
was the most disgusting part for me. Like
Mm.
to see this man try to convince these poor people for some trivial ass snacks.
Mm.
Like,
Mm.
man, that blew my mind right there. Man, oh my God. Like I couldn't believe it. Like what kind of America we were living in, man.
It
Truly
shows
imagine.
you the light that they see you in, or see
Mm,
these individuals in. Like, why not
yeah.
say, if it was like that, why not? Hey, we'll give you this new car. Just
Mm-hmm.
take the jab. But you
Mm-hmm.
diminish me down to a burger and
A burger.
fries.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh man. And we fell for it. Well, they
Mm-hmm.
fell for
Mm-hmm.
it.
Bro,
So it
I
was.
used to go to the park right there at St. Mark's and what's the street right over from Utica? What's the block? Oh, one over from Utica going toward downtown.
Not Bedford. What do you think? Let me think. I don't have my bearings. Utica.
It may be Crown or Troy, some shit like that.
Okay.
And I've shown pictures, like, man, if you were in New York, they put chains in the nets, in the goal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where if you shot the ball in the goal, it's gonna bounce right back at you.
Mm-hmm.
But it was chains at the rim. I ain't talking about down chain where you could maybe push the ball back up. No, the ball was gonna bounce back at you. And I said, damn, look how much effort must have taken just to do all that in 5 boroughs, bro. That basketball courts all over the city, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That probably took $10 million to do all that.
Sure.
10 million just to keep you locked in home, man. And
Oh,
I used to go to that park.
you saying
Hmm?
chains on the net, chains on the hoops, so you can't play ball at all.
So you can't play the ball. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I got a
Yeah.
picture, and I would look for it. It's a picture where, and I tell you, I was in New York recently, and it was a fence that people, cut a little hole in the fence to walk in and not have to go all the way around the park or whatever. And it had been a hole chopped into it for years, right?
Mm.
And after that, when COVID hit, they repaired, they patched up. Well, you couldn't get in the park, bro. You couldn't get in there to play basketball. But if you
Come on
did
now.
get in there, they put chains on. Now, this is after COVID, just a few weeks ago when I was in New York. Let me show you this. It's the same park, bro. Look at that shit.
Now,
Look at that shit.
that's crazy. I'm very familiar with having to climb through the gate. That, like you said, that hole's there for decades. It's
Mm-hmm.
been there, but the urgency to close it up just to keep you off where I'm
Look at that
located.
motherfucker. He's back.
They
See that
weren't
shit?
repaired for no other reason.
No other reason. They won't repair it now. But during COVID, that shit was fixed. You couldn't get in here.
During
Now
the height
this is
of
how they repair it. This is how they repair it now.
that's crazy.
This shit
During
is
the
super
height of
amazing.
COVID, I would, drive my route. I witnessed them taking the hoops down
Mm.
in parks.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind closing it up. They would take the hoop. There would be a pole there with no backboard, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, this is getting intense,
For young people, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
When no grandmamas going into the park shooting hoop, right? The
Bro,
youngest, healthiest people, they told them to stay inside. What sense is that?
and everything is locked down, everything is shut down. Why not let you go out there and hoop around? I remember during the height of it, hey, let's go to the park and just work out. Can't go to the gym, whatever. So we get there, and they both have on masks. And my friend, he's a good friend. He's urging me to put one on. I just looked at him
At the park.
at the park. I just looked at him, and I pointed to the sun. I didn't want it to the sun in the sky, and I said, I never deny nature. I'm gonna work out, And just that alone, he told himself and his son, take the mask off.
Yeah. Man, I was in Home Depot. Now I'm gonna show the picture at some point. You may be down by that point. You feel free to hang on as long as you want. And I went to an old girlfriend of mine at Home Depot, man. And I showed the picture on the stream. Shit, I made her take the shit off. Right? And I didn't even have to do much urging, man. It was just she just wanted to see someone with some courage to do what she knew to do right. She knew the shit went right, but she was just going along. Women to do that shit. And when I saw her, man, take that shit off. Your face too pretty to be wearing a mask. Right? Let the ugly ass people wear them. Right? Right? And she took that shit off in Home Depot. And so she's the reason why I moved to DC, honestly. I don't know if you saw this stream, but I'm gonna see if I pull up. But I was dating her all through Tuskegee, you know what I'm saying? When I was in college. And she's from DC, Maryland, whatever. So that's how I ended up here. And we stayed friends, either we're no longer dating. And I remember when they announced that you didn't have to take the shot, right? She pulled over on the side of the road, crying. And she called me. I'll never forget this, bro. And she just was thanking me for giving her the courage to hold on, because she didn't want to lose her job. It's a woman, you know what I mean?
Right.
Living by herself, single, whatever. And I never forget that, man. That woman called me crying, man. You know what I mean? And this is what they did to people, man. Really put people in positions where, they felt like their back was up against the wall.
Yeah. It was a sad thing to see. I'm glad that I had the intestinal fortitude, the strength to stand my ground, one other thing too, and then I really got to go. I had a friend of mine, she was starting the podcast, and we were just talking, so she would ask me for a lot of ideas and stuff, and I would help her out, and I actually did do her show, right? We did a little interview. So behind the scenes, we were talking about the jab and everything, and when I told her my stance on it, she was so upset with me. She deleted the stream, blocked me on social media. I was like, wow, you've been a friend for years, and you let this situation throw a friendship away because I'm not standing with your beliefs. John. Hello? Can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Man, I was muted. I said I'm glad you came on, man. I know you got to run, so I don't want to hold you up anymore because I talk you to death. But man, we got to talk offline. I got your number. Let's do that. Just text me. Let me know when's a good time to call you, and I'll do that.
Well, definitely will, John. I appreciate you, man.
All right, thank you, man. Same here.
All right.
I may call a buddy of mine